Okay, guys, let's talk about how to form the quadratic equation out of the given statements. Before we go on to form the quadratic equations, it is quite clear that we now know how to solve the given quadratic equation. We know how to solve the quadratic equation through factorization and through the quadratic formula. Okay, so now let's see the first question. It says, two numbers which differ by 3. Okay, when it says differ by 3, so that means if if you can say let the first number is equal to x. Okay, therefore the second number. Now, this is up to you. You can suppose the second number as x minus 2 or x plus 2. This is totally up to you. Okay, sorry, x plus 3 or x minus 3. Okay, so both would work. Differ by 3, it doesn't mean that it is 3 less or clearly this is 3 more. So this is totally up to you if you write this, the second number as x minus 3 or x plus 3, both would work. Okay. Now it says they have a product of 88. So that means this implies that the product means is x times x minus 3, that is equal to 88. Okay. So this is, that you can't just say okay, x is 88 or x minus 3 is 88. You have to expand and you have to bring all the terms to the left hand side. Okay. If you think that we can factorize this, I strongly think we can factorize this. Yes, what are the two numbers which have a product of minus 88 and the sum is whose sum is minus 3? Hmm? Yes.
8 and 11.
Yeah, this is minus 11 and 8 basically. This is x squared minus 11x plus 8x minus 88. You can, like, since there is no condition on how to solve this quadratic equation, so you can even use that quadratic formula. Okay. So anyhow, this is x into x minus 11 plus 8 into x minus 11 equal to 0. This is x minus 11 into x plus 8 equal to 0. So it is x equal to 11 or x equal to minus 8. So this means if this is your first number, then your second number can definitely be 11 minus 3, which can be 8. Okay, so your answer can be 8 and 11. Similarly, if you keep this as minus 8, the second number can be minus 11. So this can even be minus 8 and minus 11. Okay, so both are the correct answers. If there was a condition that two positive numbers which differ by 3, then this was the only answer. And if it had said that two negative numbers differ by 3, then this could be the only answer in that case. Okay, so let's go on to the second question. In the second question, we are given that there are, let me just make this space for, okay. Okay, the product of two consecutive odd numbers is 143. We have done this many times, yes. Anyone who's written down that what are these two numbers?
X and x plus 1.
Okay. Yes, guys, anyone from there? Two consecutive odd numbers. Like, you can say
11 and 13.
let first number is X. So Ayan, what would be the second number?
X plus 2.
Yeah. The second number would be x plus 2 because these are odd numbers. You see, these are odd numbers. So the odd numbers differ by 2. Yes, Ayan, what were you saying? Were you giving me the answer? Ayan?
Yes,
You see, the answer is not required. We have to form, first of all. Did you form an equation for this? Hmm?
no, sir.
Don't try to find this through the hit and trial, guys. Look at the statement. It says solve by forming a quadratic equation. So you have to form a quadratic equation and only then you have to tell that what are these two numbers. We can always find through hit and trial these numbers, but the question says you solve by forming a quadratic equation, okay? So it says the product, again, it says the product of the two consecutive odd numbers. So that is going to be x times x plus 2, that is equal to 143. So you expand this x squared plus 2x minus 143, that is equal to 0. Yes, so did you factorize this or you find this to the quadratic formula? 11 times 13. Do you know 11 is very interesting when you want to know that if a number is divisible by 11 or not. The sum of 1 and 3 is, the sum of 1 and 3 is
4.
4. And you have this middle number 4 over here, okay? So anyhow, this is going to be x squared plus 13x minus 11x minus 143, that is equal to 0. So this is going to be x into x plus 13 minus 11 into x plus 13, that is equal to 0. So x minus 11 into, you see how good you have to be on solving these quadratic equations once you have formed that equation. So it is x either 11 or your x is minus 13. So if you take this as your first number, the second number, so these two numbers are 11 and 13, okay? And this can also be minus 13 and minus 11, okay? Now, the third question. Now, I will not be solving the equations now. We'll just be forming the equations now, okay? So, the third question now, we have to form this equation here. Okay. The length of a rectangle exceeds the width by 7. So, which one is more, the length or the width?
Length.
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 Length is always greater, by the way. Okay. The longer side is called the length. Okay, so it says the length exceeds the width by 7. So if this is the width, the length is going to be x plus 7. Okay, if area is 60, so your equation would be x times x plus 7, that is going to be equal to 60. Okay, so that is the equation for the third. Like this would be x squared plus 7x minus 60, and that is equal to 0. Okay, now let's see for the fourth question here. In the fourth question, we are given that um, the length of a rectangle exceeds the width by 2. If the diagonal is 10 cm, find, oh, now he is going to test your knowledge about the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. You see, now the rectangle is like this, and there is a diagonal as well. The diagonal is also given. Okay. Here is the diagonal. It says the length of a rectangle exceeds the width by 2. So if this is the length, this is the width, okay? And then we're given the diagonal is 10 cm. So yeah, how would you form the equation now? Hmm? So the Pythagoras theorem would help you to form this equation x squared plus x plus 2 squared, that is equal to 10 squared. Do you understand this, guys? All of you? Hmm? क्यों
Okay.
भाई?
Yes, sir.
है ना?
Yes.
And then you must know, Ayan, we have done a lot of practice on how to expand the whole squares. So you have to use that thing, your x square, and then you have x plus 2 whole square. So that would
X plus 2
be
whole square.
x squared plus 4x plus 4, and that is equal to 100. This is 2x squared plus 4x, and then minus 96 equal to 0. You can take 2 as common from here. This is x squared plus 2x minus 48. Okay. and then this is going to be x. This is the equation that we have to form. Okay, this one is the required equation here. Next, it says the area of the rectangle x is the area of the square by 24 meters square. So that means the area of the rectangle is 24 more than the area of the square. Okay, so for that, let us make some space here first, and then we do that. Okay. Okay, it says the length exceeds, so the area of rectangle exceeds the area of a square. So area of the rectangle is obviously x. Oh, this color is not working well on it. Maybe this one. Okay, so this is x minus 6 times x minus 3. That is the area of the rectangle. Okay, it is more, how much more? 24 more than the area of the rectangle. So that means we need to add 24 into the area of the square. Okay, if I say that a is 2 more than b, so where should I add plus 2, with a or with b?
A.
A is 2 more than b. Like if a is 10 and b is 8, so where should I add 2? With the 8 now. So this is really confusing. It says A is 2 more than B. So that means if you want to equate them, you will have to add 2 with the B. If I say
Sir,
that, if I
ये
say that B is twice C, okay? So which one I should multiply with 2, B or C?
B.
C.
C, yeah. This a B is twice C. Like if your B is 10 and your C is 5. So you see this 10 is twice the 5. So you have to multiply this. So you can make your own examples like this. Like in this question, he was saying area of the rectangle exceeds 24 by the area of the square. So that means area of rectangle is more. So if you want to equate that with the area of the square, so you have to add this 24 into the area of the square here. Okay. Okay, now, so you can open this, simplify this, and you can solve this. Okay, I'm just interested in your ability to write down the equations, form the equations. Look at the sixth question. In the sixth question, you have the perimeter of rectangle is 68. So if the diagonal is 26, find the dimensions. Oh, this is a bit harder question. It says the perimeter of a rectangle is 68. So if this is, let me take this as y and this as x. So can I say 2x plus 2y is 68? Yes, that is your formula for the perimeter. That is, perimeter is twice the length plus twice the breadth. Yes, guys. So this is 2x plus 2y, that is 68. So we should, can I say this is x plus y equal to 34? Yes. I divided, I can see the 2 is common here. So this x plus y is 34. So your y is 34 minus x. So that means this side is going to be 34 minus x. You should try to have the same variable throughout your equation, okay? Then he says the perimeter is 68. So this becomes a question like the fourth question. So this perimeter over here is 68. So we can say x square plus 34 minus x whole square. That is equal to 68 square. So this will give you the required quadratic equation. You will expand, you will open the squares, okay? Let me see what is in the seventh question. Okay, I think I need to clear all of this so that we can see what is there in the seventh question. Okay, eighth question. A farmer makes a profit of X cents on each of the X plus 5 eggs her hen lays. So that, let me just make a box here so that we can, let me make a box here. first. I really like making these colorful boxes. Okay. Yes. It says, yeah, we were doing that question number 8. Okay. A farmer makes a profit of X cents for this total profit. So what is the total profit? Mhm.
84.
Shouldn't that be, yeah, that is 84. And then shouldn't that be number of eggs, Hannah, times the profit
Profit.
per egg, Hannah? So we have X plus 5, that is the number of eggs. And then there is X cents on each of the eggs, and that is equal to, I think that's quite simple. You can form this equation and solve it, okay? So this was the 8th question. Let's look at the 9th question. That should be our last question for the day. A rectangle is 7 cm longer than its width. The largest possible, oh, we have a diagram here. I think I should clear this. Okay. A rectangle is 7 cm longer than its width. So if this is x, sorry, uh, if this is x, then this is going to be x plus 7. The largest possible circle is cut out of the rectangle, and the remaining area is 40 cm square. Okay. And now you must be knowing about the areas of the circle and the rectangle. Do you know that? Hmm? Yes, guys. You know that or no?
Yes, sir.
So we just need those formulas for this, okay? Okay, so this is the largest circle that we're going to cut out, and this one would be left out, okay, like this. Okay, it says the largest possible circle is cut out of the rectangle, and the remaining area is 40. So that means the shaded part is 40. Okay. Now he has given us a clue here. Call the width of the rectangle as 2x. Why he has given us a clue that you take this as 2x? Hmm? Yes, Bacha? Because he wants us to assume that the radius is x, okay? And this one is x over here. So this makes your question a bit easier. Though we could still solve this by taking this as x, okay? So right now, the area of the rectangle is 2x times 2x plus 7. If I take out the area of the circle from it, so what do we have? Bacho, what do we have here? Hmm? Yes.
2x plus 7.
This is the area of the rectangle here. This one is the area of the total area of rectangle minus area of that circle. So this should be
सर वो ऊपर वाला 40 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर होगा.
Hanji. That would be equal to 40. This would be equal to 40. Because if you look at this statement again, it says the rectangle is 7 cm longer than its width. The largest possible circle is cut out of the rectangle, and this remaining area is 40. So this is the remaining area, because when you cut out the circle from this, so you will be left with this part over here, okay? And yeah, it says uh, the largest possible circle is cut out of the rectangle. I think this should also be it. Hannah, this is the remaining area. The largest one is cut out of this. Yes, I think this should also be included here. Yeah, this one. So all of this here. Okay. So that is going to be area of the rectangle minus area of the circle. That is going to be equal to 40. And then you will simplify this. Now, when you simplify this, I would suggest you keep this in exact form, okay? This is going to be 4x squared plus 14x minus pi x squared minus 40, that is equal to 0. So this is going to be 4 minus, this is a bit harder question. 4 minus pi x squared plus 14x minus 40. And now you have to apply that quadratic formula. You can use your calculators. If you want to use that quadratic formula, then you need to be sure that your A is 4 minus pi, your B is 14, and your C is minus 40. So you will put all these values into your quadratic formula. You have to use your calculator. You will get to the answer. Okay, guys, I think that's it from the day. And maybe, inshallah, tomorrow we can move on to the second part of this algebra, the second level of algebra. Okay?